Hello and welcome to Gamebreakers. I'm here with my Gamebreakers crew. I have somewhere around me here. I have Will and I have Alice and I have Thomas, and we are playing Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. We've been playing in the jungles of Cholt with the Tomb of Annihilation module. And where we last left our heroes, if you're following along, you'd see that they were in Omu. And if you want to see what happened there, you should go back to our last episode and get caught up. There's a whole bunch of story before this one. So we are over the Forbidden City. And as the players had taken flight into the skies in two different directions, we had a flurry of action as gargoyles revealed themselves and took to the sky. And with that, I will go ahead and step right into what we were working on. We were working on combat in a series of turns, and I believe that turn currently is Wayne. Yes.
Okay, so I'm just checking. What's the altitude? Is there an altitude difference with these? This one is currently grappled by Iku, correct?
Yeah, there's some activity going on there, and I think I might have put their numbers in their token, but currently clicking some other buttons to get on there. But
That's fine. Um,
there is a difference there, yes. Let's see. Low to the ground, low to the ground. They're all fairly
they at ground level.
like 15 off the ground or something.
Okay. Uh,
They're at plus 15 off the floor of this basin. So, there we go.
um, but there are ones closing in. I'm just rechecking some ranges. Don't mind me.
Of course. This is a big map. Those are some big ranges.
That is big range. But I have big range.
Go.
Uh, I am going to hold still. Is Was that one grappled? Just like does EQ have control of this one? Got that?
I think they had gotten into melee. No, it is not a grapple.
Okay, not
There's
grappled yet,
no
but
or something like that.
um, I I'm not gonna tell a fucking sky dragon how to sky fight. EQ's definitely got this covered.
Uh,
I'm gonna hold still. I will move 0. Um,
okay.
I believe that to be a safe move. So, and I'm going to take a sharpshooter shot on this one,
Okay.
which is the closest one, the one most threatening, the group that I can hit.
Now that is at plus 15 as well. So just let me make sure I have this idea. This is your
Yeah.
shot here.
And so it's a declining shot then.
And you're at plus 30 off the basin.
Yes.
Yes. So yeah, you got line of sight on that.
Um, and also range with the longbow. 600. So let's make some shots. This will be a -5. Is a 12 a hit? Probably.
No.
Second shot. Can't think of a reason I would have advantage of these. So. Oh, there is an uncounted +1. Would 13 have hit?
Nope.
Okay.
Also not enough.
A 19, a 20 on the other hand.
20. A 20 will do.
13 damage. 14 damage. Oh, plus sharpshooter was +10. Would a 15 have hit? Sorry, with sharpshooter.
A 15 will hit, yes.
Okay. So
that's your number.
yeah. So I forgot didn't add my dex, so 27. 28.
And that is enough to put an arrow through it, and it tumbles from the sky and drops to the ground below, lifeless.
Think. And then as a bonus action, I totally forgot, but it was not in range anyway. So I'm gonna hex this one.
That one gets a hex.
You know what? I keep saying save spell slots, save spell slots. Screw that. I am gonna throw a dagger at it.
Oh yeah, the one that's in melee with EQ here.
Yeah. After I release, I use my offhand attack.
All right. Let's go ahead and see how that dagger looks.
Again, sharpshooter is a -5 +1, 19 a hit. Yeah.
Yeah. We determined 15 was once he got it, I called it out.
Yeah. Max damage 19.
19. So the dagger lands and makes the chink of metal hitting stone, and rock fragments are knocked away.
And that is my turn.
All right. After Wayne, do we have anything from the lunatic, which
I
currently is operating on the same?
I was just considering that, and I don't.
It was doing something. I don't remember what it was.
But some things got fixed on it, so now it's not doing those things.
Okay.
Does anybody need? Has anybody in the group been hurt yet? I don't think so. It's not in range for anything else. It will give resistance to whose broom is it on? I think it was on Ole's.
Uh-huh.
I'm out of range of everything.
All right. So passing down from there,
Yeah,
we
it gets
have.
to Ole. It can touch Ole.
All right, Ole gets some resistance, which is well timed because immediately afterwards we have some of these gargoyles sweeping into action here. Take a look with. Okay. Flies forward. And this one's gonna do the same. Getting pretty approximate here. I think that this one wants to come for. Come towards Chippy. What Chippy? What is your elevation? Forget what height you were flying at. I don't see it notated on your token here. Will do you recall?
Sorry, I had to find the right tab to unmute myself. I don't remember. I think he was with the group. I think he had said something like 100 something. I don't remember if we all. Yeah, I don't remember. I don't remember him doing anything special.
Yeah. I kind of remember that being a thing.
Right, fly high.
Right.
The only special thing he did is that he briefly thought he was going to have some great idea and stopped allowing the fly spell that was on Ole. And then as Ole was falling, he changed his mind and decided to cast fly on him again.
Uh-huh.
Oh, was Ole not on a broom? Who's?
I think I gave my broom to Roken.
I think it's
Okay.
Ole and Picklish that are both under the flight spell.
Okay. In that case, Roken would have gotten the resistance.
Actually, so Chippy's flying on Alex's fly spell, and Ole's flying on Chippy's fly spell. So I don't know. Is Picklish maybe just riding Ole? Or did somebody else have a spell?
I think you would upcast it to two recipients, and I think that he'd gotten both of them.
Hey, there it is. See, I knew we hired you for a reason.
Ah, well, with that, this gargoyle seems to be moving in towards you, Chippy. You see that it has it is increasing in both in velocity towards you. And as these various gargoyles move forward here, this one's gonna come into this fight over this mess over here. It's gonna get over just about to that edge there. This one help its buddy. Not quite. Close. Let me get out above it. No. It'll fly in next to its buddy. And one of them is going to make its strike on Iku here. So the struggle between the Quetzalcoatl, the gargoyle continue. And a deft dodge and a parry, one of the claws does make it past Iku's defenses, and you hear her cry out.
Are these gargoyles have magic weapons?
Indeed, they are.
Ooh.
And we have no, they have resistance to non-magical attacks, but it doesn't say their weapons count as magical. No, I had read that wrong.
Like, oh god, if these guys are all swinging +1 scimitars or something, we're bonked. Like, that's not such a big.
Right. Anyway, as the gargoyles swing and EQ seems to be caught up in a fight there, you have all these gargoyles swarming in, some coming in here for our team on the left, and the others taking to the skies after the flyers on the right. And as that continues forward, we have after the gargoyles, it comes to Chippy's turn.
Alrighty. Well, it's nice of him to move closer. I mean, it's hard to fight something that's that far away. So if I'm measuring right, we're at about Chippy's at about 80 feet from that closest one.
Across
And then
and 25 down.
Okay. Oh, they're below us?
They are, yeah.
Hmm. 80 across, 25 down. That might be slightly out of the 90-foot range. Okay. And then
Although I'm sure you could move, right?
yeah. So he's got to move a 40. No, fly is 50.
The broom? On spell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's flying. He's on the fly spell. Yeah, I forgot to look something up. Okay, whatever. Anyway. So
He's got
so
60.
Oh, okay, 60. So that puts him within 20. That's almost. If he could just get right there. Okay, whatever. Anyway,
Ready
next
action.
time. So Alex will provide assistance to him, and he is going to roll a spell that he does not have memorized, which is Jim's magic missile, not the normal one. So it takes RSA, and he's going to use a second level slot. So there's 4, and then each one has a roll to hit. And I guess she can only help with one of those. So the first one is the one he gets advantage on in this. Then the next 3 are just straight rolls. So here goes. All right. Yeah, good thing you had advantage on that first one. So 25 in the first one, 21, 25, and 16 are the rolls.
So you're looking for 15s, and it looks like you got it.
Woo! All right. And then each of the rolls is 2d4.
Yeah, I see it. I see it in there. Oh no, the damage. There we go.
And I think they're all going to be on that same guy. They're just all on that close guy.
Okay. It's like 21. That looks about right.
6 plus 4 is 10. 6 plus 5, 21. Hey, I like when our math agrees. 21 fourths. And I think that's it for his turn. And then just for fun, Alex is going to fire off a shot with her short bow, and she's going to go for this the one over here. So the range on that is 200. That's within range of a short bow. It's long range, but so she I have too many windows open. And here we go. Get a roll on that.
You got it.
22, no advantage. And then the damage. There. Did that do damage? Yay, 10 damage. All right.
It's like,
and our turn is over. Woo!
and are you sure it's not the same one? You want it to be the other one? Like close or far?
Yeah, you're right. She should go for the same one. She should go for the same one, and that would give her that bonus to the sidekick damage bonus. I'm sorry, that was stupid. I think that's 2d6, so that's an extra 8. So she does 18 to the close one. Ay. Okay, now the turn's over.
There you go. See, I mean, they drive together. Once that short bow, follows up the magic missiles, the physical missile makes a piercing, and you see it like falter. It looks rough. And continuing on, after Chippy, we have Roken.
The measurements are accurate, right?
The distance on this map is accurate. It's big. Like, the tokens that we see here are not to scale.
Yeah.
But if we go like center to center on the tokens, it's close
Right.
enough. Yeah.
Right. I mean, I'm moving them by their leading edge, but I mean, it's still the same.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm measuring for an attack, yeah, you want to see am I in range to attack? The middle. It's a good way to do it.
Let's see. Looking at what my ranges are. So the two closest to me look like they should both be in range of my firebolt. 120 feet. So I'm gonna do that. I'm going to attack let me change thing here. This one. Oh. Roll 20 makes my computer work so hard. I might have to move a little bit to get it. And I will do that.
Yeah, if you're on the brooms have a 50 move.
Yeah. And it's a range of 120. 27 to hit.
Oh yeah, it's solid.
Three D10. Ooh, 24 damage. Nice. That was a great roll.
That is solid there.
And
The firebolt lands true, and it looks worse for wear. Still ready to fight.
that's what I got for now. I'm gonna sit tight.
Okay. And I assume we don't have anything extra from the fox.
Not this time.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like the race buff. We have Iku, who continues her fight. I see. She lands a mighty bite into this gargoyle. Doesn't like it, but it continues on. And no worse for wear. Seeming she continues the fight. And we also have flying with the group here Zaka Stormfang, who has been accompanying the team on all the side adventures. And we're going to see the longbow swing out twice and miss as she shoots wide. That brings us through the round and back to Wayne.
If she has any movement as a free action, I will tell him, like, I assume she can't hear me flying at high speeds at 650 or 700 feet or whatever we're at. So I'm just gonna. Is she on the telepathic bond?
It's up to 8, isn't it?
I don't know.
That's our wizard. Our wizard has that answer.
Okay, so 8. So that's Wayne and sidekick, Roken, sorry. I don't think a fox needs it. Do you think we should give the fox? If Chippy asked, would Roken say yes, make the fox part of the telepathy, or no?
No. It doesn't have much to add in that regard.
Then yeah, I think we got Azaka. So so that would be 2 for me, 2 for Wayne. Roken is 5. Ole and Picklish is 7, and then 1 more. So it's either Iku or Azaka. It makes sense to me that it would be Azaka. She seems to be a little bit more central.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think Iku can do telepathy anyway, right? She's spoken to our minds before.
I don't have that answer at the moment, but hold on.
None of us can remember. Huh. Wonder if there's a memory wipe.
Dream. You shared a dream.
Oh, okay.
Well, too bad. She's not in the clear.
Yep. She is not. So there's your answer.
So yes, Asaka, no Iku.
Okay. Then I will through the bond beckon her to draw that one a little closer to me.
Yes, Asaku, no Iku. So Iku does not have it.
Right.
Right. So you share your thoughts over the bond, and what else do you have in store for us?
That's not what to do yet. So if I have it measured correctly, so I will activate my feline dexterity, and just take off like a shot from where I am. I always imagine him like holding it at the base and just getting dragged along, and then hopping on when he gets to his destination. Um, so he is going to go to right here. I've still got 15. Let me just make sure. Okay. That remains okay. Check my ranges. All right, so this time it's this fellow here. So just immediately stop and roll some dice. That's a 16 with. Okay, so they're at 15. So with sharpshooter, and then we will. Well, let's calculate damage just in case. I don't know which ones have been hit. So
It's this one here you're shooting?
yeah,
Mhm.
27. Is it still flying?
It's a solid hit. It is still flying.
Then I'll do it again with a 22. So 23 more damage.
23 more damage.
Just dialed in.
And
This is the most natural motion for him in the world. Not even pulling arrows every time he just touches the string and the arrow appears.
with the two shots having flown, it looks like one of its rock arms has been dislodged from its body, and it looks awful, but it is still flying.
Well, not for long. I need to double check the range on Hex. But I don't think.
It's like 60, something, not a lot.
Oh, it's 90 actually. Uh, Still not worth the spell slot. I don't think I have any other spiffy bonus actions. No, so that's my turn.
All right. I think the lunatic is with Azaka.
With Azaka, okay. In that case, Azaka has resistance.
Got it.
Is It's Schrodinger's frog. Till he's actually observed, we don't know which broom he's on.
Of course. It has now been observed. Azaka. This gargoyle dives in and goes for Iku. We'll have gargoyles make their attacks. And the other one makes its bite and claw. And as they continue to engage with the coatl, we have these other gargoyles here. This one will fly over the causeway and get right up to you, Lane.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's your elevation.
30.
30. Okay, so I can drop 20. It's still it seems to be above you. It was in the sky and is, it had taken to the sky after you, and you had dropped so quickly. It is trying to catch up as you move up and down and back and forth.
And he's not ballsy to do enough to do a falcon drop. Falcon punch. That's all right.
And as it takes the sky to try to catch up with you here, right? You're running there.
Mm-hmm.
This other gargoyle here is gonna do a similar maneuver to get real close, but it is not able to reduce its. Uh-oh. I think I moved the master one, which changed all of them. Anyway. As these gargoyles move closer towards you, we have this one here. Which is also still just closing, but not able to quite reach. Which kind of makes it a bit of a cluster.
Exactly what I wanted.
I'm trying to put them in the back so you can still grab yours easily. And these other gargoyles here. This injured one seems to be making an escape here. It's flying away. This gargoyle takes to the sky, and this one, having taken the arrows from so far away, it doesn't know where it came from. Also seems to be trying to run away. This one flies in here towards Azaka and makes its bite and claw. And as it first swoops in and makes the bite, Azaka has a deft dodge, but is caught by the claw on the flyby. And you hear her cry out.
They don't have silver weapons. because my girlfriend has damage immunity.
Immunities. Indeed. And while the claws find themselves, landing, it's not an injury that lasts. And let's see, this one looked to the sky, this one's running away, this one made its attack, this one ran away. This one comes forward, and with these gargoyles swinging into play, we now come back to Chippy. What do Chippy and Alex have for us?
So Chippy's Slade song, which you've all gotten used to, sort of like having a dull headache, like just a background noise that you really try and ignore, but it's kind of painful. Suddenly takes a remarkably cheerful turn, and it kind of reminds you, like you have like weird wafting refrains from a faraway place of something like maybe a Mr. Bungle, sort of a like demented kind of a circus music kind of a thing, like haunted but cheerful somehow. And he casts Fireball, and he seems to almost laugh while he does it, like he didn't think he was going to get the chance. 20-foot radius. Yes, thank you. 2 is enough. So we are rolling.
Oh yeah, there's your squad there. They are all within melee range of, or pretty close to.
He's just going to go for the injured one and the buddy. He's sort of jealous of Wayne's fun over there, but he's not gonna stick his nose in. But yeah, so it is actually memorized for once, yay. So he doesn't have to roll with the Mizium.
Okay.
So Fireball is a Dex save, and the DC is 19.
We'll
And
have
it'll
the gargoyles make their dex save.
19 and 19. They both. They only get half damage. Well, that's okay.
No, they
It's
got
all right.
a 9 on the dex, not a 19. 9.
Oh, those were the attacks from before. All right. Woohoo!
So full fireball damage, it seems.
And was that? Am I remembering right? 8d6. That's it. God, it seemed so big when I was younger. So 30. 30 for each of them.
30 damage. So as your fireball spreads out and catches all these gargoyles, it looks like you've done yourself.
Well, it's only these 2 right in front of him. That's who he was shooting for.
The 2 in front?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
One of them is injured. And so, does either of them drop?
No.
Oh, the bastards. Okay. I'm assuming neither of them waves a white flag.
Those had, as you had observed the field, you had not taken a hit yet. The ones that had been attacked had been downed, or there's these 2 that are running away.
Yeah, these 2 are what I'm shooting for. I thought one of those is the one that we
I thought you were shooting over here. I'm sorry. Did I miss that? You're shooting up here?
Yeah, just for the ones right in front.
Yeah, he doesn't have the range on me yet. He couldn't catch it even with a fireball.
Yeah, it's 150 feet. It's not quite far enough.
Got it. I didn't see the ping there. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Or I thought I did, but I'm sorry. Okay, so here we go.
I must not have included you in the telepathy spell I cast. I'm sorry, Shagun.
There it is. So your fireball washes out, and this fleeing gargoyle is blown clear by the fiery blast.
And then
the other
Alex
one
will
here-
follow with a bow attack on the one that is still alive.
Uh-huh. And you see this one tumble from the sky. The short bow, 23 is a hit. You land with 10 damage.
And I guess, oh, he still has a move. So yeah, let's do some sort of move here. What was my range there? 120. Okay, so I could go half that. So yeah, we'll just go 60. They might get an attack on me. That's fine. So we're just gonna move 60. And that's it for my turn. Wait, hold on. Yeah, no. Alex can only move 30. So I guess we're only moving 30. Okay, thanks, bye.
And with Chippy and Alex, a flurry of spells and bow attacks. We move forward to Broken.
Yeah. So this one that I bolted last time, I shall bolt it again.
Okay. More pew pew.
You're not worth the spell slot. 27
I have a whole day of this.
again. Got it. Killing it on the rolls tonight.
Mm-hmm.
24 damage. Yeah.
Plus your
And
sneak, right?
I didn't get advantage.
From your fox?
I didn't declare it.
Right.
the fire bolt lashes out against the gargoyle and leaving it significantly blackened, yet its wings still flap. And next we would have Iku, who's currently scrapping and does a wind around and constrict. That one lands. And this gargoyle getting wrapped up, and you see bits of stone falling from its elemental body. It looks in poor shape, bent in the wrong way. Azaka continues the broom forward and lets loose her longbow. And this gargoyle, it drops from the sky lifeless. And we come back to Wayne.
Wayne will corkscrew 50 feet directly upward, putting him at an elevation of 80. These were all beneath him, right?
those ones there were at 15 when they're further away. They moved and were at a 30 when you just left them.
Okay.
So they were at 30 when you wanted to move upward. Now they had moved within range of you. It looked like they had hustled there and they didn't make any attacks, but you definitely are threatened by
I
each of them.
see.
And I want to make that clear before you want to do your move here.
That makes sense. That makes I am triple checking my choices here. Uh, all right. In that case, I am going to drill the closest one first.
All right. You were moving this way, so I'll arbitrarily say it's this one that you're facing.
Okay.
It's closest. But they are all have moved right up to.
Are these creatures evil? I think we got pretty good description of their behavior from Iku, right?
Indeed. Do you
Okay.
have a way to test if they are evil or not?
Not immediately. I'm just like from the descriptions, it sounds like from what I was told. Let's see. Doesn't matter for this first shot. Did that not come through? Try again. Hmm. A moment. I'm having some technical difficulties.
Mm-hmm. It's okay. Do we get to see Wayne use his new special weapon here?
We may. It's getting into close quarters. There we go. But first, we'll see him do just the regular thing of putting an arrow into some place that looks uncomfortable with a 22 to hit.
The 22 does hit on this gargoyle here, yeah.
And that's going to be for 25 damage.
Looks like a solid blow. Chunks of elemental rock are knocked from its body.
Second shot, also just center mass, 30 more damage.
And that is enough to see the claws. Right, these claws rend it.
Oh, these are arrows. This is just regular old sharpshooter bow shots.
Gotcha. So this one, blows clear through it, and it tumbles to rocks below.
And then I am just pulling up some data. I will take a bonus attack just kick one of them with my claws. Neither of these two have been wounded at all, have they?
Nope.
Okay. So I will take the one that was headed downward.
Mm-hmm.
And if it is evil, it will take an extra d6. So I'm just gonna go ahead and assume it is evil intent.
Go ahead and give it the extra d6 because it is.
Shockingly. 13 damage to that one.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll go ahead and take the move. 50 feet straight up.
Okay. And on the move up, these two are going to take their reaction to make an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
And the one that was going down will claw at you, seemingly thrown aside from your recent blow. And the other one that was coming up to meet you makes a bite attack. Looks like a 21 is going to hit.
Yeah, that'll get a little piece of me.
Got some 3 piercing.
Oh, please.
That would take a farmer's finger off. So,
Would probably kill a cat.
these things are beneath us. So you
and,
take a move. That's successful.
And that was, and I did my bonus action. So that is all. The lunatic will maintain guidance, or not guidance. The other one, resistance on Azaka.
Resistance.
Bonus to a saving throw if she has to. And that is my turn.
Now we have Chippy up. Chippy and Alex. You have 2 fleeing gargoyles here. They both look seriously injured. You have one to the east.
I must have misread the order. I thought, don't the gargoyles go before us? They go after?
Oh, hey.
Yeah, sorry about that.
You know what?
I killed the master token.
You killed the master token.
They're all dead. You kill the brain, you kill the body.
It's hilarious. Thank you for saying something because, man, I'm like, wait. The turn order.
Interesting side note. Also, I can't move my token. So I had said I moved 30, but I just drew a little arrow because I couldn't actually move. But I didn't want to interrupt the exciting adventure.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Yeah, IT. Yeah, I did try turning it off and back on again.
If you'll recall, you were unable to drag your token off of your character sheet. Right? You can grab it by the picture or by the name. You gotta grab it by the name.
I am now able to. And also I can enter the little numbers for what my elevation is. Woo!
Yeah. All right, so somewhere up in here, these gargoyles, yes. They had lost their turn. Thank you for saying something. I would have missed that one. It looks like it continues to flee here. This other one also seems to want nothing to do with any of you guys anymore. This one still wants to address Chippy. It was 15. There. This one continues ascending. Is, we'll now say, right below you. And it still has a elevation 25 feet below, but it is now right up you. And as these ones over here move closer, these two attempt to follow Wayne. Moving. You were at 80, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. I did. So they take to the air and close pace with you, and the first one makes a bite and claw. It's like the bite is a miss, but that claw, it's an 18 gonna do it. It's the first number there.
It will do it. I'm gonna make it re-roll that. The favor of the heavens. Sometimes the stars are just not going to let it happen. I am shielded by celestial divine destiny.
Looks like he did a little bit better.
Oh, all right.
Rolled a flat 18 and has a bonus.
Nice. I think it might have to take the worst, but either way, it's a hit. It would have to re-roll the damage then, theoretically.
Ah, gotcha. What is that? D6 plus 2. So 7.
I'll take it.
And as the first one rises to meet you and gives you the 1-2, the second one, just behind it with a fierce 2 flaps, covers the distance and launches itself at you with a bite and a claw. Oof.
We're gonna go ahead and re-roll that crit.
I bet. Is a 12 gonna do it?
No.
Well, it looks like just the bite.
There's the smell of saffron and the vague flapping of wings.
We have a gargoyle, now bent in the wrong way, writhe in vain to escape. We have these other two close in and leash their fury upon Iku.
Does EQ look like there's any damage happening?
How familiar are you with Quaddle as a character?
Well, Iku and I have traveled and fought alongside each other for a
You've
while.
traveled. You've definitely traveled. There has been fights where she was present, but I don't think this. I think this is the first time you've seen her take any hits.
Certainly in dragon form.
Yeah.
But yeah, do I look like I need to worry about Iku, or is dragon fight doing dragon fight?
You don't see any blood.
Okay.
Do coatls even bleed? Who knows? Because these rocks don't
No.
establish that. And as the gargoyles continue, by inclining their way into Iku, we have Chippy. These fleeing gargoyles, and this one that is coming up just below you.
Right. So I'm so confused as a player, out of character here, looking at a map that does not have clearly drawn lines and hexes. What does the world come to?
Right? It's almost like we're at such a scale you wouldn't be able to see them individually.
Any of our really hardcore fans that happen to be viewing will have noticed that I'm not going and like counting one hex at a time with my finger on the screen.
Yeah, that
Okay.
measure, that's handy.
Yeah, measure stick. Now, if only when I do the measure stick, I could just say, okay, now move me there. Measure and move at the same time. Yeah, that one's cool. I like that one. All right, so I count 30. So Chippy and Alex are going to fly right down to this gargoyle. And
It's pretty much right under you, but 25 below.
Oh, straight down, that's fun. We like that. And those of you far across the battlefield might hear something that you would not recognize unless you had been in a separate universe to people who were going along a roller coaster and suddenly going over the top and swooping down and screaming, but in joy. So yeah, anyway, Chippy and Alex scream in joy as they drop toward the gargoyle. And at the lower part of that process,
You can adjust your elevation there.
Alex will assist Chippy in casting Arcana to use the Mizium apparatus, and he will cast the 3rd level spell Thunder Step, and then that, I believe, does 3d10 damage to anyone within 10 feet, which just happens he's going to time it so that works out to do 3d10 damage to this gargoyle, and a very loud boom, and then go 90 feet to our left, or perhaps the west. I'm not entirely clear. But yeah. So then we teleport 90 feet.
You can see the compass is in the top left, so left is west, yes.
So there's the damage, 14. That's less than half. Okay, well anyway, 14 damage. And so they are moving 90 over here, so that puts them about there. Okay. And then at that point, before flying away, or before taking their move, Alex does a little spinny around and fires an arrow at the gargoyle below. Well, not below; they're at the same level now, but behind us. And I will roll that in just a second, and then they take the rest of their move, which is 30 more, because he's using a bonus to dash. So they're doing a total of 60. So the drop was, I think you said 25, or you said right below. So let's say 20, and then 90, and then 40 more. So that'll be 40 more to the left. I'm going to eyeball that, but it's barely anything. And now we are doing Alex's damage. Which was... And if anyone has noticed, I've begun casting a spell on you here in person. The spell is called Lull Everyone to Sleep by imitating the most boring junior high school teacher's voice ever.
We have an exciting play of spells here. Short bow lands.
And my turn's over.
With the thunder wave and short bow. The gargoyle looks none too happy. Pieces of its elemental body are knocked away. And with Chippy and Alex passing, we now go to Roken.
I'm gonna fly after this one.
Okay.
And once I'm in range with distance from my fox, so I get advantage, I will aim my firebolt true, I hope. Uh, 27 again.
That's definitely going to do it.
So 3d10 from the fire damage. I believe it's 5d66.
Now, you do still have your fox taking your sidekick, taking
Oh my
its
god.
turn on your turn as well. Same turn.
Yeah. And I rolled 4 6s in that 66 for the damage. So that sneak attack was 27.
That's solid. Enough to fire bolt all the way through it, leaving charred rocks tumbling from the sky.
Take that, evildoer. Right, no guilt in killing pure evil creatures.
Literal incarnations of evil elemental force here on the material plane. And as Roken blasts some out of the sky, we have Iku, who continues struggling with the gargoyle in his grasp. And Azaka makes a dash towards this fleeing gargoyle that she spots. And with that's within range of the longbow, she lets loose. And one flies wide, and one seems to land true. And this fleeing gargoyle is knocked from the sky. And that comes back to Wayne. These two gargoyles have risen to meet you at your current height of 80.
Wayne is reluctantly going to go ahead and spend a goddamn spell slot, but it's a warlock slot, so it'll come back fast. So as a bonus action, Wayne casts Zephyr Strike and just gets very hummingbird flit around for a moment. And will then fall for 75 feet to get 5 feet above, or you know what, 70 feet will do. So he'll be 10 feet above, and then he will fly for 50 feet this way.
Both of these are at your current height in melee range, so that will be
Zephyr Strike means there are no attacks of opportunity,
Oh, I see.
thus finally being worth a spell slot. So yeah, they can swing all they want, but it doesn't spend the reaction. I will then take a shot at the one I wounded, and this I will take the advantage from Zephyr Strike. And I'm again having technical difficulty. One moment. Oh, now.
Caught up with these gargoyles. They seem to have occupied your attention for the moment, but it looks like with more than half their forces destroyed, there's not much more.
All right. My lever button bridge is not working, so it's gonna be all right, so with sharpshooter and with advantage. So that'll be a 15 on the dot.
That does,
So
we determine that does do it.
and it gets an extra 1d8 of force plus my sharpshooter. That's going to be 37. And that one was wounded earlier.
It was, and it looks like you have seriously injured this creature, but it has not yet given up the fight.
Okay. Then I will shoot at its friend. I am outside their. If I've pegged their flight range correctly, I think I'm outside of one turn from them, so I don't mind not finishing it off.
That's what she said.
Unless they're gonna get fancy like I get fancy, then that's fine too. So its friend gets a 16 to hit. Does not. I'm no longer doing extra force damage. So that's 25 to the other one.
All right. So, having been uninjured, the 25 damage looks to be a decent hit, and it is not happy with having taken such a forceful blow. That was the bow, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah. We'll say it blows clean through, and you can see through its stone body. There's a hole there.
Like, "Where?" And that's bonus move. Yep, that's all I got.
And with Wayne dispensing some more damage, we move on to Chippy.
Did I kill their prime again?
Ah, yep, we must have some. I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah, we've killed a whole bunch of them. Well, one of those is prime.
Yeah, right. The way he chose a new one, and then also, Zak is right on Chippy's shoulder here. I'm like very, very close. Overhead, nearly directly overhead. But still, we have this fleeing gargoyle, which flees towards the cliff sides here, and this will also try to make its escape. And this one here being above you, since you had moved up.
I moved straight down.
You're
And
right.
then-
You had moved up and it followed, and this last turn you dropped down, so it is above you.
Mm-hmm.
It had been chasing up. Now it goes into a dive to drop onto you, and it will drop that distance there. Looks to be 10, 7, 65 feet. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm now 10,
So-
10 above. Yeah.
So it position as it takes a dive towards you, and with spreading of its wings for alignment, dials in its diving run at you here. And we will first do the attack. I don't think the 15 will do it, but the 21 looks like it will. Yeah.
Yep.
So we deliver that, and then falling damage, which we will share. I'm gonna roll the number, and then we'll take half of it.
Oh, it's trying to drag me to the ground?
It's trying to crash into you.
Oh, I see.
It took falling. It did the falling eagle strike.
Okay, so is that like
It's like when you fall on someone, you both have the falling damage.
right? I'm just figuring out like it hit with a claw attack, but
Right. I
is
rolled
it
the
an
attack
athletics or
No, I had not. Just like I hadn't really done that for you to do the fall some distance, but not not to the end. Got some magic flight here and can do the thing.
yeah, well, I wasn't
So we
aiming
have
for
a falling damage of
a thing.
17. I'll split it for 8 to you and 9 to the creature. Which I think is how Tasha cleans that up. Right? The falling damage is divided even out. So it comes crashing down into you with a flare of its wings, has the stop at the end, but it was there was some uncontrolled flight there. That was a fall. And as that one crashes into you and hurts you and itself, this one here is also going to move in, but it consumes all of its turn getting to you.
That one was running away. That
Wait,
one already ran away.
Oh, there! I think I grabbed a different one. Thank you. It is indeed on its escape because it doesn't want to die. This one attempts to escape from its grapple with Iku and finally breaks free. And then we have the other two that swoop in and bite and claw at you here. And as that goes, we have Chippy. You have the shadow of Azaka above you here.
Hi, Azaka. All right, so this could be fun. So that would give us there. That's 140. So that's okay. 40 down. Okay, so Chippy and Alex are at the same height, and they are. My little blue box says 75. Did you change that? Is that accurate altitude?
I did adjust it for you because you said that you lowered yourself to attack that one below you.
Thank you. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I just forgot exactly where. Okay. So all right. So Chippy is going to no, Alex is going to land on Chippy's shoulder, and he's going to put one hand up, and she's going to kind of hook her legs around through his scarf, or maybe some of the piping of the Mizium apparatus, which is sort of tangled all around him like some weird exposed 1990s
way.
So she is on his shoulder, and he will just start dropping straight toward the ground, and while perhaps in mid drop, he will cast he will ready an action so that when he gets right to the ground, he is going to cast Arcane Gate on the ground below them, and fly into it, and start flying again. So he'll be using probably, I don't know, maybe 15 or 20 feet of actual flying rather than falling, just to slow himself down and make sure he doesn't, crash and like hits the target. Then the other end of said arcane gate, when he casts it, will be, oops, that's not what I wanted. Will be right up against the cliffside. The range is 500 feet, so it'll be, let's say, right there at the nearer point of the cliff. And yeah, he could go there, but then this poor gargoyle would miss out on its final bit of action. Okay, yeah. So okay. So falling, he's readying an action to cast a spell, and then that will be the 2 points of the spell when he gets close enough to the ground to do that. Then Alex, I suppose, will also ready an action. Before they drop too far, though, she's going to go ahead and take another shot. Range on the short bow, long range is 320. I think that puts her at disadvantage, but she's still within range here, so she's going to take one shot at that gargoyle with the short bow, and then she will help Chippy with the Arcana skill in order to cast the Mizium apparatus spell, and then once they get close enough to the ground and go through to the other side of the gate, they'll use the remaining movement to fly toward the gargoyle, which I think should be maybe 30 or 40 feet. So we'll end up, I'm gonna draw it on here. I know I probably explained that 3 different ways, and all 3 of them were probably badly phrased, but so maybe in here for that gate, and then coming back from there, so they'd end up at the end of their move like in around here somewhere. So now we will roll Alex's, no, I should roll the Mizium thing first. So this was 6th level spell, Arcane Gate. Yes, we're burning up all of our spell slots. Isn't it fun? Looks like he did successfully do that. So cast that spell. And then her attack. Last piece of this. So we have short bow attack at disadvantage. And then that would be damage if it hits. 21. So at long range, it still hits and does 10 damage. And my turn's over. Thank you very much.
All right. So the arrow flies true, and the confused gargoyle takes an arrow in the front, still sticking out. It looks confused. We have broken.
I'm so sorry. One more thing. As soon as they pop out of the gate at that end, they're both going to yell as loud as they possibly can. Try it, Azaka. That was fun. And the gates are still open.
And now we have broken.
All right. So I will move 50 feet. I needed to measure it. So I guess 50 feet to like 100. I'm gonna double move. I don't seem to be able to move my character,
Mm-hmm.
but I move it 100 north, and that's my turn.
Are you gonna triple dash?
Can I do that?
You're a rogue. You have dash as a bonus, and then dash as an action.
Yeah, I'll do that. I can do that as a bonus, so I'll do 150.
You should be able to move now.
Sweet.
Now you do see this gate that was just opened visually below. Could try to reach the gate.
Uh,
That would put you up here.
okay. I mean, I'll go that direction, but I'm not nearly that fast. All right, that's my turn.
And as Roken makes their way forward, we come to Iku, who continues her fight with the gargoyles. And while we battle it out, Iku seems to win. And she tears this in two. As this gargoyle is pulled in half. A pile of rocks. And after Iku, we have Azaka.
Oh yeah, it just occurred to me. To cast Arcane Gate, I apparently stopped concentrating on the fly spell that I had cast on Ole. So
Okay.
maybe
We'll see how that turns out later. It's
maybe
far away to see now.
maybe
Azaka
Ole
makes
is
her dash towards the gate and comes out with just about 20 feet movement. Back there. And then we come back around to Wayne.
Wayne will begin by just dipping 10 feet, well, moving 15 feet, and basically through his space and 10 feet past him.
Okay.
And then I will take a shot.
This one had not. No, this is the one that had dropped down to the ground.
Yes. Well, is it on the ground?
Down to 10 where you're
Okay.
at.
So yeah, I'm only moving 15, but the way the tokens are, like I am on the other side of him, but not on the map.
I see it. I hear you. You're gonna move some distance this way, north.
Northwest.
Mm-hmm.
I did actually. I moved the token. It just scale.
Yeah.
It's still not working. Okay, I will figure out one thing real quick. Hopefully that's it. That do the thing? No, still didn't do the thing. All right. So again, sharpshooter. We're just gonna do it the old-fashioned way. That's a crit.
That's how you do it.
And it's maximum crit damage. So that's 1632 plus 15 is 47.
And that shot blows clean through, and it is reduced to a falling pile of rocks.
A second shot on its fleeing compatriot. Oh, no good.
All right.
I will move the other 45 or 35. And does that. No dagger throw. Okay, so no bonus actions. That will be my turn.
Okay. And as the fleeing gargoyle continues fleeing, it comes around to the gargoyle's turn. And I think we will have something that looks like perhaps stepping away from this dramaticism. And as this gargoyle continues fighting and this gargoyle flies off, this one changes direction. And while we see these ones happening, these gargoyles here, we also see that there are great pacing with the there seem to be a number of them that take to the sky and start fleeing as Azaka and Chippy landed up here at the cliffside. And further to the south, we see some take to the skies and continue flying off this way. And what didn't catch your eye at first is that a lot of these buildings have these gargoyles, and they seem to be everywhere. And some of them took flight to the skies to meet you. But after these few rounds of exchange and all these cries of gargoyles falling from the sky, these other ones were scared, and they took to flight to try to run away. And while the dramaticism has now left, we'll see that these gargoyles, some have died, some fly away, and there are more. And if you were to eyeball it, there seems to be a gargoyle about every 100 feet or every other block across all of these buildings here. Every second or third building, there's another one. So at least in the upper half of Omu, the sky is filled with gargoyles fleeing. Probably about another 15 or 16 or so. Easily, you shoot down the injured ones and can chase down one or two more. But there are still more that scatter.
Target-rich environment.
And as they reach the cliff sides and ascend into the jungle and disappear from view, I'll step away from that dramatic moment and then call attention back to our crew here. Catching your breath after that short encounter. Aside from a few nicks and scratches, it wasn't too scary, but there's definitely a lot of these, and something to be said about them being spread out everywhere. And I do hope that we can answer more questions about that next time, as we're going to go ahead and step out just a little bit early tonight, close after the encounter with these gargoyles. Now, if you liked what you saw, go ahead and hit like, subscribe to see some more. Hit up our Patreon so you can help us do it better. And until next time, have a good game. Bye, everyone.
Oh, something is strange.
There's something